share with us.
Here we go.
Yes, sir. Any cool stories? Let me see. The coolest is the audition. Yeah, so he did the play. He told me, so I came in the audition. I was ready. I was pumped. Had the script. He said, "How you feel?" I said, "I feel good. I'm ready." He said, "How was the flight?" And I'm basically want to say, "Don't give me that jibber jabber about the flight, man. I'm here trying to get a job." You know. I said, "How was the flight?" You know, I said, "Yeah, it was good." Then he said, "Want you to know, we'll do it up to 10 times. We'll keep your best one." And this is why I'm stay loose like this here. And I was, I said, "I got it." He said, and really, I felt that he really wanted me, but it was the producers. Because I was unknown, because they had already had auditions for well-known actors, but they didn't have it, So, but Rocky wanted me because later on he told me, because my story mirrored his.
Yes.
He was so nobody, they threw him aside, me from Chicago, nobody else, he from the projects, he ain't gonna make it, So he told me, so when he was talking to me, I felt that he said, "Yeah, man, them guys over there, the producers, they wanted somebody." He didn't say it, but I felt that he was saying, "It's all right." He said, "Go ahead, good luck now, it's all right, thanks, So he had 10 pages. He said, "Want to look at the script?" I said, "Already studied." So I'm ready. Then he did the part, so the girl did his part. She said, "Yeah." Then I did my part. Boom, boom. He said, "Wow." He said, "We do a couple more." And I did some more. They was really impressed that I wasn't looking at, and I studied. I told him I studied. I said, "I don't want to look at it. I studied already." Then we did that. Then he said, "We're going to do something what he call improvisation. A lot of actors can do, a lot of them can't." He said, "Pretend I'm in the movie and I won't fight you." He said, "You can curse at me and whatever." I said, "Okay." Then I thought for a second. I said, "Boom." That was a quick second. I'm ready. I said, "I'm ready, Rocky." He said, "Okay." I said, "Hey, Rocky, you just like the other white fighters. You get the title, don't want to fight no brother. I'm tired of waiting. I don't need no contract." Then I grabbed him, told him. He said, "Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful." And then he said, "Wow, that was good." Then he said, "I want you to do one more thing." He said, "I want you to look into this camera. Tell me why you want this part." Another quick second. "Hey, I'm ready." He said, "Action." I said, "This character Clubber Lane. I've been Clubber Lane all my life. It's like hot coals burning inside of me." He says, cut, stop. I said, "I got some more." He said, stop. Then he said, "I got to see some other people." I said, "It's all right, I understand." I said, "Whether you pick me or not, I'm honored that you consider me." Well, thanked him. That was on a Friday. Flew home. Lady called me Monday morning. She said, "Guess what? You got the part." I said, "You tell Rocky, you tell him that I'm going to do my very best. Never let him down because he took a chance with me."
Yes.
This is $1 million movie and stuff. They take a chance with me. I'm top lead. At first, the character Clubber Lane wasn't supposed to have too many lines. Then after I got it, he started changing things. He said, "Let Mr. T be Mr. T." He said, "I want you to change the script. If you see a part that don't work for you whatever." Then I said, "Well, truthfully, this scene I wouldn't work. Now, this is a scene that my mother didn't like, because you need to know about my mother." So we did, you remember in the movie when I'm trying to get Rocky to fight me, we had the steps. He was getting this trophy. I busted the thing. "Hey, bad boy, you bum." The thing trying to make me, lure me to fight me out here, this and that. So he didn't want to say it, and I said, "Hey, woman, I bet you stay up late every night dreaming you're a real man, don't you? I tell you what, bring your pretty little self to my apartment. I'll show you a real man." Well, it worked in the movies because I got in his head, I provoked him to fight me. But after I did the movie, so we had a private screening for the movie for my mother and my family in Chicago. And I went, I said, "Wow." I said, "Boy, I worry about my mother." I said, "Wow." I said, "She might not like it because there's cursing in it, Carl Weathers curses, say, "This bomb will knock you on your, and I was gonna be like an ordinary kid and say, "Hey, Mom, I didn't curse." He did. Which it did, but that wasn't it. She was waxing. So after the movie, I had my mother coat because I wanted her approval. My nephew started crying. "They can't let me up." I said, "Shut up, fool, they paid me a lot of money." Man, that ain't nothing, And, so I had my mother coat. I wanted to put it on her. And like she was like here, and I came behind and put her coat, and she turned. I said, "Wow." And I had the coat again. She turned again. Then my sister took the coat out my hand and put it on my mother. And then my mother said, she didn't look at me. Like, this is my mother right here, and I'm looking at my mother. She said, son, you don't say that to a lady. And that was important. That taught me, and then she would remind me. She said, son, there's some things that money just can't buy.
Well,
basically saying, don't get lost in the money and you forget about God, and you forget about morals. Don't give me that stuff that get paying you a lot of money. I didn't say that about the money stuff. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
that's right.
So that let me know there could have been other words I could have used in other stuff. So that's what I'm saying. That I let my mother tell me, say, you're right. That kept me together. Kept me, okay, you did Rocky, now don't forget it. Don't forget God. Okay, now you get money on the 18, don't forget God. Because I've seen a lot of people come and go, and they forgot God. They forgot. All right.
We're going this side.
That was that part.
Hello, friend. What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Tom.